I got my PJs on. It's after work, and it's time to mix this joint. It's time to mix this thing. Actually, I already mixed it, so I don't really know what I'm saying, to be honest with you. But you're gonna watch me mix Pro Tools on this guy's track, my guy Ish. His song's out, No Rush, on Spotify and whatever other platforms you use to listen to. Um, yeah, that's my intro. Subscribe and like. Thank you. All right. So, if you want to listen to this full track, once again, No Rush by my guy Ish. I'll link it in the description below. But let's go ahead and start out with the vocals. So, main vocal tracks, I spent a lot of time melodyning each one of these vocals as best I could, meticulously. I'm going to go ahead and mute what I got going on these tracks. If you would like to use this template, it's in the link below as well. You're more than welcome to support me. If not, no worries at all. I appreciate you for watching the video nonetheless. So vocals without anything, and I'll go to his hook.
And when I call, I'm gone. New headphones, I bounce. Can't pick up, I'm bossed.
All right, so now I'm going to go and add what I had on there. So we got Auto-Tune Pro, TubeTech, computer lag. Don't even know why this one is there. RDS, Sir Pro Q4, CLLA 2A, C4, Air AQ, Saturn, reverb, half delay, fourth delay, eighth delay. And this is what we're looking at.
Came in with the sauce. I'm good when I'm gone. They was asked for $1 last week, ain't even over here when I call. I'm gone. New headphones, I bounce. Can't pick up, I'm bossed. Can't keep up, get lost. Don't pick up, no rush.
He wanted his vocals loud, but as you can see over here, it's hitting about -6, -4 sometimes even, but since it's mono, when it goes in the final mix, you will see that it's slightly different dB ratio. Let's play it one more time.
Last week ain't even over here when I call. I'm gone. New headphones, I bounce. Can't pick up, I'm bossed. Can't keep up, get lost. Don't pick up, no rush.
So as you can see at the end, it's kind of hitting -8 after all the plugins, and essentially all I have going, and I'll go over the plugins relatively quickly. TubeTech CL1B, or sorry, first of all, I have the Auto-Tune, 10, Humanize 0, TubeTech CL1B, very little bit of reduction, fast attack at 1.5, release at 4, my threshold's at 0.2. Other than that, I didn't do anything with these. Just getting a little bit of dB reduction.
Was asked for $1 last week, ain't even over here when I call. I'm gone. New headphones.
Yeah, like barely doing anything, like just catching the louder parts. We have an RDS to get some of those sibilances out. It's super simple Pro EQ, like super simple.
When I call, I'm gone. New headphones, I bounce. Can't pick up, I'm bossed. Can't keep up, get lost. Don't pick up, no rush.
Don't gotta do a crazy amount. I'm just cutting off the low end, which not a crazy amount in his vocals this time around, and just a little bit of ducking if the low end gets too much towards that lower end. Low end. CLA 2A, peak reduction, and then my gain here.
I'm gone. New headphones, I bounce. Can't pick up, I'm bossed. Can't keep up, get lost. Don't pick up, no rush.
So staying between like 0 and -5 essentially. C4 multiband compressor. This is my JP to go settings on here. I have a little bit of a bump in these frequencies, this 4K and the 16K area, and then watch what it's doing essentially. And my output's a little bit less. I turned it down.
Over here when I call, I'm gone. New headphones, I bounce. Can't pick up, I'm bossed. Can't keep up, get lost. Don't pick up, no.
Air EQ. I really don't even need this, to be honest with you. I could take this away, but it's just
rush. Came in with the sauce. I'm good when I'm gone.
Matter of fact, I could. It really isn't doing anything like at all, to be honest with you. Saturn 2. This was doing literally nothing. Actually, I did not actually have this committed or on earlier. I think I just turned it on when I was making sure everything was good for this track. I disregard that Saturn 2 on this one, but typically I would use this Saturn 2 to add like some type of distortion. I have reverb. These are my reverb settings, delay, and I'll be more than happy to show you my tracks here in just a second. And that second is right now. Valhalla Vintage Verb. This is my favorite reverb. just played Sanctuary, Concert Hall. What I should have done is done 60,000 divided by BPM, and I should put in the seconds, but it worked out. The track is already out, so it is what it is, and he liked it. My delays, yeah, just it's pretty simple. H delays, lo-fi's ensemble, just to make it sound a little bit grittier, but you can take those off if you would like to. And then I just melodined all those. So that's essentially his main vocals here. Next, his main ad-lib bus. These are only on the hook, and essentially very similar editing to my main vocals, except I have CLA2A. It's a bit more aggressive, and then I have Pan Man, which is just making you can use, there's a bunch of different, there's Auto Pan, Pan Man, a bunch of different panning plugins that you could use. Pro Q4, I have a bit of a telephone effect on here, and with all of these settings, the reverb here, delay, you see my reverb is a little bit more up on these.
I'm good when I'm gone. There was last one down last week, ain't even over here when I call. New headphones, I'm bouncing.
Anyway, that's those, and without some of the plugins on here.
Good when I'm gone. There was last one down last week, ain't even over here when I call. New headphones, I'm bouncing. Nothing lost. Don't pick up no sauce.
Yeah, so that's the ad libs, pretty simple. Next we have doubles, and with the doubles and all these, I melodined and vocal aligned these the absolute best that I possibly could. And this is what these sound like without anything on them. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me.
Came in with the sauce. I'm good when I'm gone. There was us for that last week, ain't even over here when I call, I'm gone. New headphones, I bounce. Can't pick up, I'm bossed. Can't keep up, get lost.
So that's that. And then same auto tune, same tube tech as I had on the main vocals. And then essentially exact same mixing as I had on the main vocals. Just cut off some of that high end because there was a lot more high end, and just really made sure some of that lower end was gone. CLA2A, C4, Saturn 2. Did I use this on this? I did not. And then track spacer. This is anytime the main vocals were going. Essentially, here, I'll just play it and I'll show you. But anytime the main vocals are going,
There was us for that last week, ain't even over here when I call, I'm gone.
it ducks those doubles. So let me bypass this and you'll see.
New headphones, I bounce. Can't pick up, I'm bossed. Can't keep up, get lost. Don't pick up, no rush. Came in with
So essentially just carving out some space for my main vocals to sit amongst my doubles and everything like that. It's basically like a side chain EQ, reverb, delay settings, pretty high on the reverbs. And he really wanted the ad libs and the doubles to kind of sound like a sandwich almost. So they are pretty loud, all things considered. And I'll play now all of the vocals together here. And then you can see my volume ratings over here.
Came in with the sauce. I'm good when I'm gone. There was us for that last week, ain't even over here when I call, I'm gone. New headphones, I bounce. Can't pick up, I'm bossed. Can't keep up, get lost. Don't pick up, no rush. Came in with the sauce. I'm good when I'm gone. There was us for that last week, ain't even over here when I call, I'm gone. New headphones, I bounce. Can't pick up, I'm bossed. Can't keep up, get lost. Don't pick up, no rush. I was looking for a better.
So you can kind of see where those levels are hitting at. Now, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the instruments since I did the stems and I made the beat to this track as well. But I'm not a beat maker really anymore. Rest in peace to my beat making abilities. So let me go ahead and solo the instrument bus and you can see what's going on. So first off, just the jump, I had a doubler too. This was just in the beginning and you'll kind of hear the difference. So it just turned off once it got to this ninth bar there. S1 Imager just to make my vocals. Actually, I didn't even do anything with this, to be honest. So disregard that S1 Imager. But typically, you could basically make it wider if you want to, or essentially just pan your vocals a certain way, or the instruments a certain way. In terms of leveling of the instruments, it's going to be different track to track. But if you look over here, you'll kind of see. Main piano at like 16. Everything's kind of in this general range so far. A little bit quieter on the Vox. Got a soft piano over here, which is just like a very light piano. So pretty simple. I didn't do any EQing, anything like that. A lot of the time when you get stems, you really don't have to do a whole lot with them, to be honest with you. There's not a whole lot of point to a lot of the time, just because they're already processed by the producer when they send them to you. And you don't really want to mess up too much of what they originally had going on. Next, I have this bass guitar that I liked keeping it in wide and producer tag. And this is just my level is pretty simple on the bass guitar. About 12 or so, and that's going to be different track to track. My producer tag.
Jacob, what's the rush?
Like 14. Next, we have the drums. I'm going to go and take off everything from the drum bus here. I hope you guys are liking this video. I'm trying to be somewhat quick for y'all because, I don't need to make this video 40 minutes long. 808. So starting off with this, let me just go ahead and play all of the drums here. All right, I had a VMR on the 808. And go ahead and solo that out. All this is just getting a little bit of gain reduction using the Distressor plugin from the Virtual Mix Rack. And that's just taking a little bit of dB reduction off of the 808 here and there. Not a whole lot, though. It's like 1. Look at that. As you can see, the 808's in mono. I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me touch the screen here, but clipping 808 is in mono, so it's going to be louder when it hits the drum bus. So here you can see it hitting. It says 8 to 6 there, but really it's at 4. So you just got to keep that in mind, especially when you turn your tracks like your kicks or 808s into a mono channel instead of keeping them stereo. It does change the overall dB rating and the leveling. Next, we have a clap. So just very simple, just having about -9 snare. A little bit quieter on the snare. Hi-hat is at 12. So pretty simple. Here I have on my drum bus, Shadow Hills mastering. All this is doing is just cutting off barely any work in terms of dB reduction. So you'll see. Play. Boom. I essentially have the exact same settings on the second one. Just doing a very, very little bit. BX console, just get a little bit of emulate that sound of a console. VMR, just emulation more. Lo-fi and SL comp, just to really dial in that compression. But you can see it's doing literally very minimal. We would play like barely anything. Makeups is still at 0. Attack at 1 millisecond. And I'm hitting my all drum buses at -4, all things considered. So now we're at a pretty good spot there. So now essentially all I had to do at that point was go into the mastering, which is pretty simple, and I'll play it before I master.
Came in with the sauce. I'm good when I'm gone. They was asked for a dot last week, ain't even over here when I call. I'm gone. New headphones, I bounce.
And what I'm going to do here is Tidar Kotelnikov. If you've been watching my channel, you've seen me do this before. I'm getting about -1 dB of reduction on the loudest parts.
Way faster. Came in with the sauce.
Very minimal. Ozone 9. These are my settings on here. Bass just a little multi-band compressor. Just barely touching it.
Came in with the sauce. I'm good when I'm gone. They was asked for a dot last week.
Per L2.
Came in with the sauce. I'm good when I'm gone. They was asked for a dot last week, ain't even over here when I call. I'm gone. New headphones, I bounce. Can't pick up, I'm bossed. Can't keep up.
It's just keeping that underneath 3 and then another per L2 and doing the exact same thing.
Get lost. Don't pick up no rush. Came in with the sauce. I'm good when I'm gone. They was asked for a dot.
And that's essentially how I mix that track. And I'll play, if you want to listen to this track on Spotify or Apple Music or anything like that, No Rush by Ish. It's got like, I'll pop it up on screen here in a second. Woo, like that, just like that. And I will play into the hook just so you can hear it a little bit better here.
I was on my knees like God, somebody help. I went out here hang like y'all, I was by myself. New heat, Amber Alert, new thing, check on the gram. Who's he? Tell him to herd. New drink, get to the bag. Babe, I ain't tryna wait all week just to live your spirit like a Sunday pastor. It's a girl out there that's ready and close, might even be way better. Plus me and my guys got moves, that's blood, thicker than B-Day batter. Bro good with the hoops, no ball, that's game, he just played way faster. Came in with the sauce, I'm good when I'm gone. They was asked for a dot last week, ain't even over here when I call. I'm gone. New headphones, I bounce. Can't pick up, I'm bossed. Can't keep up, get lost. Don't pick up, no rush. Came in with the sauce. I'm good when I'm gone. They was asked for a dot last week, ain't even over here when I call. I'm gone. New headphones, I bounce. Can't pick up, I'm bossed. Can't keep up, get lost. Don't pick up, no rush. I was looking for a better way out. Knew some boys with the cheddar way out, but the path they chose.
Anyway, that's that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And I will catch you all next time. Peace out. Remember to like and subscribe, please. Please. I need it. Please like and subscribe. Please. And if you like this template, it's in my links in below. The $20 one is basically this template without the stem part, and the $25 one is the same one I'm using right now. So thank you so much. Bye-bye. Peace out. You can't see me anymore.